I'm Insomniac.
And I'm Pops.
And this is Shooting the Shit.
a.k.a. Chatting with Pops.
Alright, this is episode 52 of Shooting the Shit, a.k.a. Chatting with Pops, which means this is the 1 year anniversary episode.
I remember why it wasn't last week. Because remember the time with the black in the back, the yellow, we had the technical difficulties. That's where we skipped a week.
Oh, right.
That's why.
Yeah, in last week's episode I mentioned that this technically isn't 1 year. Last week was. That's why. We had to skip a week because we had a nightmare going on back here, which I still don't consider fixed. I don't really like this blue backdrop, but a lot of people do, so whatever, simple enough.
We were having Rosemary on the first time and the yellow wasn't working. So that's where we skipped that week. But technically it's
this is the 53rd week, but this is the 52nd episode. Anyway, without overcomplicating it, we're just going to pretend this is exactly a year, because in terms of episodes it is. And today we don't have a topic, because this is the 1 year anniversary. Instead, we have something kind of special here. We're just going to share our favorite moments from the last year's worth of episodes. So from the last 51 episodes, here are some of our favorite moments.
This is going to be good.
Yeah. Alright, you already know who I am. I'm your guy Insomniac, but this is the original Insomniac, Rob Sr. Yes, we're related. That's my father. And this is the first official episode of a new segment that I'm calling Shooting the Shit.
I like Chatting with Pops better.
We're not talking about religion, and we're not talking about, what's that other one?
Yeah, politics.
Oh, politics. Oh, and we're not doing sex talks either because I'm related to this guy. That's weird, so we're not doing that neither. One shot is where you seem to draw the line, as where, still standing up is where I draw the line, because I don't really want to be falling down drunk, but I don't know. I mean, how many drinks is too many drinks?
Never played a drinking game. Just passed. What do you mean never? When I was young, we didn't play drinking games. We passed the bottle of vodka. That's what we did. And we used to clean the boss's office. And his father used to give us like $25 each. That wasn't bad back in 1976, 77. And
that was like $1,000 a day.
Hand-painted cement trucks. There was a strip bar across the street from, a go-go bar across the street from the place. And we're painting, the trucks were parked behind the strip bar, and we're painting that strip bar, and Pete...
No, you were painting a truck, weren't you? You weren't painting a go-go bar.
He took it upon himself to play with the trucks, and the air brakes were not filled up. Well, guess what was happening? I'm on the back of the truck painting, the truck's heading for the go-go bar, and somehow it got enough air, and we just banged the side of the go-go bar. But if we would have went through and killed a bunch of strippers.
When I was 15 years old, I started working at a McDonald's locally. I was overqualified at 15 years old to work there.
True.
He marched in there, found my manager, and he literally said, he's not a Mexican, he's not going to work for these wages.
I probably did.
You did, and my manager was not Mexican, but she was of Latin descent, so I figured, great, here we go. I'm going into work the next day, and I'm fucking fired. Instead, I came in, she pulled me in the back, and even though I'd only been there for like 3 weeks, she goes, normally we don't do this, but I spoke to your father, and we're giving you a raise.
There you go.
We've both owned a bunch of cars. He's owned about 1 million. I've had about 6.
Fast car, which, by the way, my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, lent me the money for.
And it was fun because they used to sit in all the way in the back in the third seat to face the highway, and we'd wave at people, and if they didn't wave back, we flipped them off.
No.
I did.
Kind of like...
Wait a minute, that made it to your favorites?
Yes, it did. I liked my Dodge.
Here, I'll help you with that one. It looked like a fucking eggplant.
Yes,
it was the same shape, it was purple, and it was a Dodge Intrepid. How did that get on there?
I love that car. It was a piece of shit that I bought from my friend's brother. It was an 86 Mercury Cougar that drove itself. What a piece of shit.
I'd say my favorite car was my first car that I purchased, which was a 96 Mustang GT convertible. And I actually have pictures and videos of it all over my hard drive, so I'll probably have something running up here on screen. I mean, it had crank windows, it had no power or anything, it didn't even have delayed windshield wipers, and it had no safety features at all except for an airbag that probably exploded in dust. This fucking car died on me 4 times in 1 year, and I mean died on me like I got stuck.
Yeah.
I had the exhaust fall off one time, I mean fell off. And I had to have it towed. And then the other 3 times that it got stuck, 2 of which it got towed, there was some kind of phantom spark and/or fuel issue, which we had. That was the least reliable, biggest piece of shit fucking car I've ever owned.
My father had guns. You could have guns then. And unfortunately, my old man was crazy. When my sister got hit with the rock, he grabbed the guns and went outside and started shooting. And, and he got arrested, but the guns don't fucking kill people.
Guns don't kill people.
People fucking kill people. He's taking a break. You gotta be fucking... Look at this shit.
Want some?
No, I never want some.
This is a semi-automatic weapon. Now, this is the type of scary shit that they want to
and I'm going like this because
there's no bullets in it.
Yeah,
you can see here. You can see here. There's no bullets in it. This is a semi-automatic weapon, and I'll explain to that what that is in a second. But before I do, this is also a semi-automatic weapon.
Late 70s, mid 70s, all the way through my real glory days was the early 80s, mid 80s.
Wonderful times of coke.
No, it was.
Scene rock, for those of you who remember that bullshit, that was big at that point.
Here we go with the liquor. Every fucking week.
I gotta put it in the coffee.
Right, yeah. We gotta do that because we're talking about music, right? And we opened up for big names, man. There was everything from Joan Jett to opened up for the Ventures one time. That was awesome. At the Dirt Club. Johnny Dirt ran that club. Some of the 80s music was too electronic. I didn't think it was great. But the scene itself was unbelievable. And I stopped the whole band in the middle of the third song, got up at the mic, and I literally said, "What is wrong with you fucking people?"
Lots of drinking and lots of coke.
Quaaludes, and there was coke.
Quaaludes don't even exist anymore. They're wearing skinny jeans, but just tightening them up somewhere under their ass. Not really sure what the point of that is.
Fuck that. So, this is a fucking stupid thing.
The fidget spinner.
What the fuck? You sit there, it's like you're retarded spinning that fucking thing around on your finger. You gotta get on a fucking thing that rolls and then call the hoverboard. You look like a jerk off.
You see an asshole male in the skinny jeans, all the way down under the ass, playing with their phone while riding a hoverboard while it lights up in cute little colors.
They're fucking idiots.
While 15 guys walk next to them. And by guys, I mean, 14 to 18-year-old jerk-offs.
Mod on. Where'd you go? Guam? Yeah, I knew it. See, I knew.
It's important.
I knew we had to go get a fucking bottle.
Listen,
beer,
we can't talk about stuff that annoys us without drinking.
Can't we ever fucking do this without the liquor? You're gonna get robbed. Just know you're getting fucked. You're getting robbed.
And if you subscribe to most of these trends, I'd actually like to rob you. What the hell are you doing?
I'm taking pictures.
Oh.
I would ask him, man, how he developed his left hand. I mean, he did a left hand roll or single stroke roll like nobody else. He would just keep that moving.
That's why I'd like to interview, and especially now, because what I'd want to ask Martin Luther King, if I could ask him any questions now, would be what the right path is, with the way everything's going on now, because that guy had it right. The first question I'd ask him, again, if it's in the context of I'm asking them questions now, would actually be what the hell happened. Charlie
Sheen is a fucking moron. Here we go. The fucking drinking. Here we go. Talk about slaps. I think he needs a slap for sure.
Phil fucking Collins. I want to smack that guy in the face so fucking bad.
Kanye West, another motherfucker who I don't know is being treated for his mental illness. I'm talking about he's a douchebag.
Well, his talent's limited too. And not just because he looks like a douche, he just has douchebag face. But Facebook pisses me off. First of all, the whole idea of Facebook pisses me off.
Rosie O'Donnell, Joy Behar from The View, and fucking Madonna. Line them up and smack them like the fucking Three Stooges. there's a lot of shit out here. People are making music without instruments. Now, what the hell is all this music?
Those same guys are used to making music a certain way. They're not going to all of a sudden now get laptops and decide that they're gonna.
They could get involved with technology.
No, they couldn't.
Yeah, but they know it's idiotic.
There's nothing in the definition of music that says that it has to have heart and soul. Modern music comparatively does suck. There is a lot more shit than there is good.
What the fuck are you talking
The
about?
one that has the black label across it.
Orange juice?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna call it because you don't like liquor. Can I have that, please?
Fuck. Now I'm handing him this shit.
Thanks.
Fuck.
There's still whiskey in modern music.
Yeah, great. What a fucking mess. No, some of these fuckers that are doing that.
Some. Not all.
It's contrived.
But not all modern music is terrible. We're at a stalemate on this.
Yeah, I'm connecting modern music to pushing buttons, and everybody all of a sudden is a music maker. Oh, I make me. You're not. You're not.
And we live in New Jersey,
Wow.
which is the second highest capital for shit drivers in the world, shortly after New York City.
Absolutely. Why don't you New Yorkers stay over there? Seriously hard not to freak out, want to run someone off the road and beat the living shit out of them.
I think they invented the 25-mile-an-hour speed limit when the first car came out. Like that was rocking. Blinkers are not that hard.
What are you stopping for? It's not a four-way stop. What? You might need that shit today. You're not a car. Get over in the bike fucking lane. Get the fuck out of my way.
Somebody's in front of me doing 23 on a bicycle, and they start making those cute little fucking hand gestures and shit.
Take this thing, put it away.
High beams.
Here he goes.
Let's talk about high beams.
Yeah, the whiskey.
Now,
let's talk about high beams.
Unfortunately, my dad's on the wrong side of this one.
Oh, bafana.
Because
get the fuck out of here.
I can't stand anybody driving at me with high beams. I have see these two fucking things right here? Those are eyeballs.
Yeah, great.
And guess what happens when you're driving at me with your high beams on? Those fucking hurt. And then I can't see for the next 8 cars past the one that passed me. Well, that's his excuse for it. He can't see, so he has his high beams on, and then people high beam him, and he calls him an asshole.
No, but I can't see when high beaming me. Half of them high beaming me as well. What the fuck are you talking about? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Turn your fucking high beams off.
Oh, yeah.
This is episode 10, then, of chatting with Pops, shooting the shit. You know, the show with 9 names.
He didn't even drink yet.
Yeah, no drinking for me today. Well, maybe. We'll see. Anyway.
I don't like drum racks.
Can't stand drum racks. First of all, they look retarded. For some reason, I think of 80s hair metal when I see drum racks.
I don't like a rack. A drum rack.
I don't like drum racks.
I would love that play with Grand Funk in the early days in 3 pieces.
I mean, who's more legendary at this point than Dave Matthews Band? They're the #1 touring band in the world.
Well, I brought this up earlier.
Years.
I would love to play with Dave, but the debate with my son is he underestimates my playing or sitting down and studying what Carter Buford's playing.
He underestimates Carter Buford.
I hope, no, I don't underestimate him. I love you, Carter Buford.
We could not.
Amazing drummer, one of the greatest.
We're both very experienced drummers.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of us could ever get through a Dave Matthews set.
I would love to try. That was all maple. Oh, here we go. Bafangul. He said, I don't know if I'm going to drink today. Can you never... I'm trying to start a fucking thought here.
I'm taking my break.
Tell him to stop drinking.
A's for quitters.
The 50s was a time, I mean, I was born 60, 61, but the 50s was a time, even learning and looking back through history, where our country, no fucking questions about it, was at its tops. We were it. America was it. You know, we were the shit. When would you, I think you mentioned something about the 20s one time, didn't you? I edited it out.
Yeah, I did mention something about the 20s once. Everybody dressed well. I mean, even like poor guys dressed better than we dress today. You know, everybody had some kind of class. The women were always, decked out to the nines.
Billy Graham, the evangelist. Oh. I'm starting on Billy Graham, the evangelist, and he's breaking out the flask. He's breaking out the drink. Why couldn't you do that after I started on this?
Allergies.
Allergies. Yeah. You better watch out. You'll have a real allergy. Bafangul. This kid's unbelievable.
Much better. Notice my voice got better already. No, it didn't.
Your sister's ass got better.
This turned into a Kentucky version quick.
Yeah. And I'm mentioning names here, and don't be cutting them out.
If you say Van Romain, I'm cutting it out.
Shut the hell up and leave in what I say
Van
because
Romain,
here we go.
Christ.
This kid's a jackass. All right, anyway, they don't even know what we're talking about yet. We didn't even get started and he's at the fucking liquor and the beer.
It's a hot day.
You know, why do you always fuck up when I have to talk? Why do you do that?
Listen, I did it right in the beginning this time. Now go ahead, what's your dream job?
By the way, Van's a cool guy. You'd like
Oh,
him.
Jesus.
All right, anyway.
Side note, my watch matches my beer.
Fuck Fangool.
How cool is that?
Yeah, your sister's cool.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Anyway, continue.
right.
Sorry.
These guys travel the world and play with some of the biggest names and acts. That was my dream.
I got to tour.
I'm gonna have some water.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you think he should,
Fucking water.
think he should start drinking,
Nah,
leave
it's
in
not
the
happening.
comments. I got these chairs from our therapist.
That's right, from our therapist. Thank you, Dr. S.
I mean, I'll go if you want.
I'll go.
All right, go ahead. What the hell was the point of that exchange?
Yeah,
Who the fuck would want to move by the ocean?
No, man, I love it. I don't care, man. All right, so let me go on. You're fucking up my segment again.
Oh yeah.
You're fucking up my segment again. What the
drinking.
fuck? Shut the hell up.
A perimeter would be a very important thing for me. So I'd have like a small missile defense system somewhere on the property.
A
that
missile defense system.
that shoots down everything from drones to North Korea.
Holy shit, I told you, here it comes. The missile defense system. That was great.
Yeah.
Fucking cuckoo clock. I know Rob probably will slam New Jersey, period. For me,
Oh yeah.
yeah, for me, there's pros and cons.
You can go around the wrong block and drive 2 blocks in one direction and wind up getting shot to death. We live about 7 minutes from Newark. Newark was voted in national surveys multiple times, including this past year, as the unfriendliest city in the country.
There's a bunch of drools on the road. Vegetables. There's a bunch of people on the road that are brain dead.
The roads here are third world.
Oh no, they're fixing them now because elections are coming up. $14,000 for tax. I mean, I know people that pay double that for a house similar to mine, maybe the next town over. It's absurd.
$1,800 a month is the average rent price here. Food is outrageous. Gas prices suck. Flat Earth model is an archaic conception of Earth's shape as a plane or a disc, and many ancient cultures subscribe to a flat Earth idea. So yeah, flat Earth. They believe that the Earth is flat still.
All right, I'm fucking dying over here.
Yeah, go for it.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? This is a blue ball hanging in space. No more proof of God either than look at this beautiful place that's been created. Christopher Columbus? What the fuck?
What?
I mean,
What does Christopher Columbus have to do with it?
we go all the way back to then. They thought the fucking Earth was flat and they were gonna fall off the edge. They thought they were gonna fall off the edge. Yeah, it's the Night Watch.
Yes. Some Game of Thrones
fuck outta
reference
here.
there for you.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah, I wonder who guards that wall.
Yeah, guard my ass. What jerk off came up with this theory? What the fuck is the matter with people?
It was a few hundred morons, and it seems
I'm gonna keep asking that.
It seems that as the days go on, more and more people are like, yeah, that sounds about right.
I was just looking through the Hubble telescope.
It wasn't the Hubble telescope. But
Flat my ass.
You're looking at...
All through this episode, I'm just gonna tell you you're fucking nuts and go fuck yourself. Wake the hell up. Wise the fuck up. Seriously.
I got a mangina. I'm all green.
His vagina's a fucking flashlight? What? This isn't art. This is fucking mindless bullshit. Oh, this guy's a jerk off.
There's another side to this car.
The car should be fucking 22. Oh my.
You guys in your door.
My asshole's this big.
You are an
They
asshole.
roll in my pants.
Fucking jerk off. Look at this fucking jerk off. People, you're laughing. Have you
This
watched
is one of my
this shit?
favorite
You're a
my
fucking
favorite
dope.
videos.
He's a fucking dope.
Oh, what the?
No, I didn't. I didn't like that one. I want to beat the shit out of him, to be honest with you.
Where's the baby?
No, guys, it's serious this time. All
Oh, my lord.
Thanks. That's how you talk to your mother.
Oh.
I've never seen it before.
Is the guy laying there bloody?
This person,
He's
Carl.
dead.
I do
That's
not
good.
know. That is my least
It's not
favorite
real.
thing
It's a
to do.
cartoon.
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly
That's
what you were
bullshit.
doing before I got home. All right.
The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Oh, my fun. Well, this ain't even a topic you need to drink.
I just
You should have took it last week.
It's for the coffee.
They're fucking made out of plastic and horse shit and paper mache. Period. So that's my take.
360-degree cameras, and you know everything talking to you now, and everything being electric. Even your steering wheel. On a lot of you driving new cars, your steering isn't even attached to the wheels anymore. Those are that's all electronic.
Another shout out to Danielle.
There you go.
You know, and I used to have like when she was little, and I would specifically have dates with her. I showed her how a man should treat you. I talked with her, and you know, and we took her out, and I had some problems in my life, but I was always there. I may not have been as present.
Facts.
Fact, yes. And I may not have been
No,
as
facts with an S. That's how you do it these days. When shit's true, you gotta
facts.
go
All right.
facts.
you heard, for instance, that a girl was having sex. It was like, wow, it got around. I mean, she had a reputation.
Who exactly is doing that shit? So if the guy doesn't feel like he should be doing it, the woman doesn't feel like she should be doing it, you can't afford a maid and a cook. Who's taking care of all that stuff? Now, it seems like a lot of people look at kids as setbacks. Like they're almost like, you know, obstacles now rather than a goal or something to take pride in. My idea of a dream woman, and I'm not just saying this because I'm with her, is my girlfriend, which is, that's everything that I was looking for. Because I want...
Well, let me say it. Rosemary.
She's amazing.
Yeah. What can you give?
I like not the 50-50, but the... What?
No, that's what these broads are. What can you give me?
Give you some coffee
no,
if you want.
What are you gonna do for me?
Right.
Oh, I will. Oh, you got it.
No, see, the relationships, like a lot of smart people say, they're not 50-50, they're 100.
100. That's right. 100, 100.
And that's the way I like it. That's my
right.
idea of a dream girl.
Absolutely.
Very, very hard to find. But when you do find one, you know, make sure you
yeah.
you start saving up that half a car price for an engagement ring.
Hold on.
Get what you got to do. But that is a dream
on.
woman.
Any of the Middle Eastern fucking countries where they sit on the floor and they eat shit with their hands out of a bowl in a cave. That's where I never fucking want to go. Fuck that shit. As far as anything in the Middle East, stick it up your ass.
Well, I've thought about this before.
Let me get my coffee.
I'm not sure why I thought I was going to be extradited, but you know, I've thought I don't want to live anywhere in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Except for, I mean, technically, Israel is Middle East.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm not talking about Israel.
And actually, I guess if I wanted to be fair,
Israel's
that
beautiful.
could be the country I would pick to move to.
That would be second in line for me.
Now, here's the thing.
And Down Under would be after that. Sorry.
Yeah, there is Australia.
Yeah.
I forgot about. But see, the thing is, there's so much
Cool
shit there to
couple.
kill you. I don't know how I'd feel about
Yeah.
a spider the size of my face crawling into my bedroom at night.
Well, I got down on my hands and knees next to my bed and prayed specifically about a specific woman, specific attributes, color of the hair, built.
This guy put out a build sheet and a spec list.
That's I want to throw that in.
He's like, here you go, Jesus, build me one of these.
Well, I want to throw that in. I actually prayed for Dana. James Taylor's Greatest Hits, his first Greatest Hits album. Absolutely amazing album. Stranded on a Desert Island can be beautiful, but then I'm thinking about the stressful side. And I thought, wow, that's an album that's just absolutely amazing.
Something off with this coffee, and the only way to fix it is whiskey.
There's nothing off with the coffee. You're just...
No, something's
screwball.
wrong with it. I don't know, maybe it got cold or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I was stranded on a desert island, I don't think I'd want to listen to shit. I think I'd have bigger things to worry about, like eating. Oh, that's way better.
Oh, God almighty. Would you pay attention?
I'm paying.
Your fucking sister, and again, we have to put his sister up here.
All right, fantastic.
Great. You know, macaroni, meatballs, Scott All. She'd be making brajol even in the gravy. That's something you don't see a lot no more. And not everybody was a mobster. Not that I didn't know mobsters, and there wasn't mobsters in my family, because yes, there was. But anyway.
This question should have been, he should talk about his Italian heritage, because I don't care, and I don't feel like I really have any.
Wow.
I don't give a flying fuck about being Italian. I say I'm American, and everyone gives me a dirty look.
Wow. I screwed something up here.
No, so I don't care about Italy. I don't care about Italian heritage.
Fango with this kid.
I don't care about any of it.
Wow.
I really don't. I'm American, 100%. I mean, if somebody sank Italy, I'd be like, that's sad. Never been there.
Goodfellas, of course, and A Bronx Tale, Raging Bull. If you haven't seen Raging Bull.
Continuing episode 19, Italian heritage over here.
Right, back to Italian heritage. Raging Bull is a sick movie, but a true story. Like a movie like Valley Girl. I know, I have like strange taste. Probably gonna be going, what's he talking about?
Alright, honestly, I'm gonna have to chop like half of that shit out.
Okay.
Because you just named like every movie you could think of.
I really did. There's tons more.
In the last 15
There's a lot more.
to 45 years.
Okay.
So I haven't seen most of the famous movies. I've never seen any of the Godfather movies.
I've got the trilogy.
Shows. I've never seen Star Wars. What other famous movies are there? I've never seen like any of them. But
I mean, I think about that when I think about being able to do what I want, have a talk show or whatever. I know local musicians that are absolutely astounding and amazing. And other than people being local, I don't know how much they're heard from. Again, I'd run the gamut from stars and famous people to what I'm talking about.
My show would have to be a reality show. It would probably be called something like "What the fuck am I doing here?" The frustrated story of a guy in New Jersey, and basically, pretty much, you just follow me around all day while I get frustrated in different scenarios. Whether it be driving to my girlfriend's house, which takes a half an hour for 7 miles, or going to the grocery store and hating most of the people there. We can discuss the good and bad parts of the holidays. You go from being thankful for everything on Thursday to trampling people to death.
Forget it.
Literally trampling people to death at midnight on the same day for Black Friday deals.
Let me start there. The most fucked up commercialized holiday of them all. What is it about? I personally believe in Jesus Christ, who is my Lord and Savior. In light of that being what they sparked this holiday for, that's beautiful. After that, holy shit, good Lord, you got all kinds of bills to pay, all kinds of things you have to deal with, and oh my God, you got the pressure of I gotta spend maybe $1,000 or thousands of dollars on presents that what I get out of this is I'm a cheap bastard and horseshit to the whole thing. Guess, bah humbug.
Christmas is all about Santa Claus and elves and Christmas trees and bullshit. Around Christmas, you try to hit up a couple people that have money, you know, and you're like, yeah, I would like one of these or one of these, you know, and then you see what happens. But
yeah. Now, whether it's kids, even adults, just glued to the phone.
You know, even if your phone's off now, they can track where it is.
Someone needs to find your ass and something's wrong.
So
you won't be saying
no,
that.
but they won't let you track anybody. That's not how that works.
Not me, but never mind. You know what I'm saying. Big Brother's watching.
If you want to do some shady shit, you got to leave your cell phone at home and go buy a burner over at the 7-Eleven. You know, and destroy it when you're done. Is the fact that everybody's walking around in a cloud of Wi-Fi all the time, 100% of the day, and nobody's totally convinced of the long-term effects being necessarily safe.
These are computers. People are fatter than ever, and all that. They say Americans, for instance, are the fattest nation. It's no good. I mean, we really need to get out and function. I don't know how kids could even have that aspect in their life today, like have a fantasy life.
What?
A fantasy life, like dreaming, being able to dream outside the box. Like, this is all you got? I mean,
are you saying they have one or they don't?
No, I don't know how they can have one. I don't know how they can have a fantasy life, how they can dream, how they can, if they have a fantasy life or dream, it's got to be convoluted and tied up in a mess. Because that side of, to me, technology is quite negative.
Did I drink too much?
No.
What the hell are you talking about? I am totally lost.
I think that you can't fucking have a fantasy life just tied up in the world of... I mean, When I'm standing in line at the grocery store, at Target, wherever, and some son of a bitch comes and gets closer than Rob is sitting in the chair. Maybe they're like up against me. It's like, what the fuck, man? I'll turn around, look, try to make more space, step back away. They don't know how to fucking stay out of your personal space. What the fuck is wrong? You brought up in a barn? Fucking 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not exaggerating. In my neighborhood, when you hear the other one go, over here. You stop at a light, there's 4 or 5 cars in front of you, and everybody's on their fucking cell phone. Because nobody moves when that light changes, and I mean nobody. I won't go nuts on it, but what the fuck?
His reaction time for hitting the horn is
Fungal.
one of the best in the country.
In a minute, I'm gonna get him the alcohol today. How can you get to the toll booth and not have change ready? Fuck you!
It's called New Jersey.
Oh yeah, it's called fuck this weather and stick it right up your fucking bunghole.
Let's see. Hipsters.
Oh God.
I'll just leave that one there. BMW drivers. BMW drivers.
Alright, that's it. Yeah, here's my list. BMW drivers. Fungal.
Now,
And out come this fucking dog was never chained up, never on a fucking leash. He would come charging out of that fucking yard. I didn't even get started, you fucking jerk. Fungal, what the fuck? I give up.
this is the best beer ever. 3 Philosophers. What do you know about that?
Wow.
Smell that. It's
Get the fuck out of here. Wow, this fucking guy, he's got to fuck up my shit. He went fucking crazy, ran in the garage. My old man was a loose cannon. Ran in the garage and got an axe. And he axed this fucking pool with us in it. And me and my sister were able to get out just in time, hit this ramp, go flying in the fucking air. I come straight down, smash my fucking face, my ribs. Brian Neary's ball sack.
Stop it. Get
I'm
some
back
help.
to the Nearys. I'm just sticking a name out here. Some of you are gonna know.
That's suspicious. I always enjoyed slowing down people's commute. He decided, let's take the car off road. So he went up in this field between these 2 houses.
Not where to
And
go.
he's racing around and he's sliding the car around and he's screwing around. We're laughing. But what we didn't realize is that every like 10 feet or something, there's a tree stump in the ground. So he's trying to rock it. He's trying to floor it over the thing. The car starts smoking. Now, even though there was a big enough gap, the house to the right of us, we see some people in the distance looking out the window. So we're like, well, this isn't good. Somebody's going to call the cops because you're not supposed to be driving up here anyway.
But I don't live in that like hyper. I got to do everything perfect zone anymore.
You're overthinking the shit out of this
I
question.
am.
No, I ain't going to jail. Fuck that. Hopefully I won't do anything horrible, but
Hate tight shirts like you dream about.
yeah, like fly around.
Oh yeah.
I don't love heights very much, and I think I can get a lot done if I was invisible for a day.
Oh jeez.
So I'm gonna go with that.
Oh man. Oh.
If heating wasn't in there, if it was just would you rather live without internet or AC, I'll throw the air conditioner out the window myself.
Well, wait a minute. What if you have your true love already?
No, that's not what it asks. Or just starting from a blank slate. So you don't have a chick, you don't have the money. You can either
But I
find
have that.
These are hypothetical questions.
And don't cut this out because it's true.
If you didn't have either one, he might have $5 million too.
Yeah.
If you didn't have either
What
one,
kind of drugs are you taking?
if you didn't have either one,
Wow.
which one would you pick?
I'll say feet. This is a fucked up episode. Good luck. Look at this shit. What are we doing?
No clue.
I'm like mesmerized. And then when he came in and he started playing double time, not single swing, not double time. I'm starting right here, and I'm going to give a shout out to Rick Tominski, Gary's brother.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I don't know Rick.
Well, 1,800 Royal Marines. That's number one. That's without the at least 1,000 or 2,000 people that got into the aircraft carrier with passes. When I climbed out on that stage, I had on a one-piece jumpsuit. Of course, at the time, I must have been about 170 pounds. I was ripped. And I walk out there and picture 1,800 Royal Marines and half of them whistling at you. Man, I must have turned 5 colors of red.
Oh, no.
They were fucking whistling at me.
I literally rented a bus to bring a Vanderhoof bus, a full-size one, for $650 for the day. I came out from behind the kit first, and we handed out sticks to people in the front row. And I would play on the floor toms with the crowd. So that I actually have a video of it somewhere.
My father drags him in the fucking dressing room, and he's screaming at him like he's screaming at me or one of his own kids. And he gets him in the drink, goes, "You motherfucker!" My father goes, "You're not fucking moving. You're not having a drink." And he gets up there, and he's still fucking wasted a half hour, an hour later. His nose is running. He's spitting all over. He doesn't miss a note. He doesn't miss a note singing on the bass. He fucking hit everything. What is my irrational fear? We didn't even get started. What the hell?
They were shooting an episode of
Bourbon
Shooting
whiskey,
Shit,
and he's taking a
which
fucking phone call.
I forgot completely
What the?
about.
I guess some days I just get ahead of myself. Ain't that irrational? Oh, what's 2 hours gonna bring? What's the mail gonna bring? What's tomorrow gonna bring? Look at this. We're so busy. We're popular guys. We were going to get fireworks in Pennsylvania. And next thing you know, I'm hydroplaning with these tires. And I went around and hit the guardrail, bounced the other way, hit it. Back window blew out.
Of course, Dan was like, "Oh, let's race the Subaru." I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Fantastic.
So we, got in it, and the race begun, and we got up. That race got up to like probably 140 plus, and Dan had about a car length on the Subaru. Oh
Angel,
yeah, talk about a
you.
testimony. There was an overpass coming, and we were sliding to the left towards where the pillar is for the overpass. But luckily, back tire caught the curb and started bouncing against that and sent us flying the other way. We actually slid the other way in the road, and we actually skimmed the front of the Subaru asshole's bumper, which they tried to start a fight over that. I'm sure you've seen those little plasticky Tide Pods that you toss into the laundry, and people are squeezing them in their mouth, like trying to break them open in their mouth.
Kind of a fucking moron.
Well, I think it said like 4 or 5 kids or something already died doing it.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck is wrong? You'd grab the bus bumper, and you'd just ride down the street. It was fun. I mean, they're stunad. They're fucking stunad. They really are. I wish I could explain. I can't even comprehend the shit I see in here. I can't believe as every 5-10 years go by, it's fucking scary, man. We're living like in the fucking madhouse. It's an insane asylum, to be honest with you. I took a Tech 9 out of his pants, and he had Big Bird underwear on. Big Bird underwear, probably was in his teens, late teens, and a Tech 9 in his pants. That's fucked up. No respect. None. It don't matter if you're teaching them. If you go to them, oh wait, let me give you the 50 cent to 51 cent. The computer did it already. They don't know how to give you the change. They don't even get it. That's embarrassing, and there's something wrong with that. Go ahead.
Shook Ones Part 2 by Mobb Deep.
What?
That would be my intro music.
Wow. All right, so now it's a generation.
It's the perfect. It's the perfect blend of get shit done with guns, real-time storytelling,
Mod on.
and just get the fuck out of my way.
You go down the seashore where we live, man, they're cooking hot dogs and cheesesteaks on the grill, pizza. You're on the boardwalk, you smell that, French fries. It just brings back wonderful memories. I mean, I could smell that wafted in the air somewhere around here at someone cooking, and I'm right down the seashore, like, with a smile on my face. So, it would be Blue Skies by the Allman Brothers, but there's so many. That would be number 1 or up there, but there'd be like 10 or 20 number 1s. I mean, there's...
You already know how I feel about that.
Yeah, Dave.
That's it is what it is. 'Cause if you go to one of those trashy shit-ass beaches where you have a boardwalk and a bunch of Guidos and a bunch of assholes that aren't supposed to be near a beach anyway, dirtying up your time, that kind of screws it up. But anywhere where it's just nice and peaceful and it's just you hear the waves.
I guess I'd rob a bank. All right, go ahead, because you obviously have an answer.
Oh my God, New Jersey.
Here he goes again.
Fucking this place.
We gotta put the rant over him now.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
There you go.
You guys know how I feel about dirty Jersey.
I said it then. Fuck alcoholism. Fuck addictions. It sucks, it's hell, and it ruins people. So there's my answer. Here we go.
Everything in moderation.
Well, I guess
Gotta have some balance. I mean, you're not having.
you're
any
not
fun.
shooting heroin in moderation.
Well, I'm not talking about heroin.
Okay.
Well, I always would look around at people my age, and they were all just a bunch of jerk-offs. And, of course, they were all...
Jerk-offs.
They were a bunch of jerk-offs.
Model.
And, you know, a bunch of immature little pricks, and they're all drinking vodka. That's what you drank when you were in your 20s, at least in my generation. Quickly made the switch from vodka to let me try some of the brown stuff. And I think one of the first whiskeys I had was actually Jameson.
Oh yeah, no, that is kind of smooth. I'm thinking of Black Label. All right, go ahead. Sorry, I'm into
Black Label's excellent. He was like a role model. This guy, I always thought he was the coolest
a
guy.
role model.
He was awesome.
Cologne, cigars, and whiskey. Great.
No, cologne,
Oh,
cigars,
coffee. Probably whiskey when he got out of school.
It was fantastic. He was like, Robbie, whatever you do, don't ever start smoking.
Ah, great.
Well, that had the opposite effect. Here's the coolest guy I ever saw, sitting there smoking a cigar, drinking coffee, reading the paper.
Yeah,
I'm like,
great.
that's pretty
That
cool.
Worked. Yeah, things have been quite serious around here. So I figured, let's talk about this horse shit.
UFOs in crop circles are pretty
Let's
serious.
talk about this fucking shit. That's all bullshit. Somebody's fucking around, trying to fuck with our heads. I don't believe in that shit one fucking bit. And you jerk-offs that are making these things, go fuck yourself.
She said an important point for this video is that William Shatner would have been my father if she had met him first.
Nice. Bafangul. You and that fucking stammering jackass who can't act, William Shatner.
What do you mean? He can't act.
Exactly.
I don't think we set the bar very high for intelligent life. So I'd say that there's probably shit out there that has better space cruising capabilities than we do by now, because God knows they're probably smarter than we are.
You fucking believe there's some fucking aliens out there?
Absolutely.
Really?
I don't think they're green with big heads and eyes and fucking proby fingers necessarily, but there's something out there.
Why?
What about
Yeah, I'm fucking tired. That's what got me fucked up.
I'm going nowhere with this. Also, cars versus imports.
Like the old GTO, Chevelles, I mean, you know, Chargers, Road Runners.
Imports, if we're gonna talk about Japanese shit, throw it all in the garbage. I agree with you there.
Oh shit.
I don't give a shit what anybody says. Sorry for all you Honda fans out there. Sugar versus sweetener. I guess he means sugar versus artificial sweeteners.
All horrible for your health. Gonna kill you if you're using it all the time. Gonna eat your brain away. Fuck that. I'll take sugar any day.
1911 versus Glock. And
we own those. I love my Glock. It's a workhorse. I once had a cop and the guy in the store say like 1 million rounds were shot through some guy's gun. It was still going. It's something ridiculous.
Aesthetics don't matter when it comes down to using it as a tool, but aesthetically, I love the look of the 1911. Glocks are ugly fucking weapons. So anyway, 1911 over Glock for both of us.
Yeah.
PlayStation versus Xbox. It's another one that I know you got nothing for. My brother, he's the resident video game expert around here.
Yes, he is.
And he said something to the effect of PlayStation is for sad, lonely adults who really don't have anything to look forward to and don't have any friends.
Fangul.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get to it. Here's my feelings about these fucking idiots. You're a million...
Why are you pointing at me over here?
You ain't getting fucking shit done except turning lots of fucking people off on you. Shut the fuck up. You're not a politician. I don't want to hear your fucking view.
I don't want to hear most politicians' views.
Well, true.
But I especially don't want to hear, what?
Nothing. I wonder, he was searching for a fucking glass. It was like a frustration. So he could have some fucking whiskey and make his point of view. He loves this shit. Rock and roll star. I'm going. The fucking phone's ringing. And he's answering it.
It's Rosemary. I can't not answer it.
Oh, my God.
We're shooting an episode here to protect everybody out here who's
That's
making
a whole
that
other
money.
Topic.
But they come back and they're homeless, or they're killing
they
themselves,
are.
or they wind up on
What the
drugs.
fuck is up with that?
But all these virtue signaling assholes want to give free houses to refugees who did nothing for us. But
listen.
fuck our veterans.
Oh
though.
man.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
It's not like they were A, an American citizen to begin with, and B, actually sacrificed their life or risked their life for us.
Don't get me started on the veterans. That's a whole nother topic, and we should go there.
I'll never understand in my whole life how you could put refugees above veterans.
Your bullshit's not making a difference.
That's
I'm still
a point.
going. I'm still going.
That's a point that that's a point that actually
fucking
is
assholes. It's a great point. Go ahead. This topic's burning me
so
up.
that's a point.
Hello. Oh, sorry.
This is stage right.
Stage right. Ah, my head's up my ass.
Give me a wooden ass stool. I'm about to have hemorrhoids by the time this episode's over.
I don't have another.
This is
letter.
Angelo.
This is my younger brother.
I'm a sassy black woman. I don't need no man.
But I'm already fat. I'm already fat. Maybe I could be her. Could be Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh God.
Oh.
Fucking no.
There's
Anyway.
a difference between a contrail and a chemtrail,
Here
and
we go.
condensation doesn't stay in the fucking sky for 8 hours at a time. PlayStation is for lonely ass men who've been castrated by their bosses and wives and hate their lives and have no friends. And Xbox is for people who still have things to look forward to and have friends to talk to.
There it is.
And actually know how to play shit.
Went
I
to
went to
school.
a shitty school on a full
It's not
scholarship.
a shitty. It's
Shitty school?
shittier than UTI, but it's not
Listen,
shitty.
I couldn't
Graduated
go
high honors.
to UTI
Didn't even
because
give
I
a
couldn't
shit.
afford it because
The
I'm
fuck?
broke as shit.
He's gonna
Oh,
look.
no.
He's got his sister on the phone. It's Johnson.
Because you helicopter swing your dick above
Oh
your
my
head.
God! What the fuck? Now my. All right, that's it. Down the street, walking towards you, or crossing the street, and they're not like real close. Look at them and tell me that they don't look dirty. You know, some especially has a lot of tattoos.
If you have tattoos on your face, I mean that you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Seriously.
it's ridiculous.
Why do you have tattoos on your face?
Mike Tyson started that.
If I'm gonna
College.
talk about collagen lips, I gotta have some liquor. You look like a fucking idiot.
I mean, yeah, really.
Plain and I have never in my
Terrible.
life seen a woman who had the injections in the lips who looks good. Like, you ever seen the people that have their cheeks gauged?
Oh, it's
you can see into
disgusting.
their mouth.
Sure.
People get their
Yeah,
tongues
it's too much.
their tongues
It's
forked.
too much. Yeah. Believe me, a therapist would be better. They got low cut out, and the tattoo looks terrible. I can't even tell what it is because your boobs are. I mean, it's just not thought through when you're young, and you don't want to hear it when you're young.
Yeah, stop tattooing people's name on your titty.
Right, when you're getting older, and then it's like, what is that? Because it's just sagged. But my father would make a point that if you had a tattoo, and the logical thing, someone sees that, tattoos are pretty unique. You're fucked.
So if you want to be a successful criminal,
Right, you don't want tattoo though.
yeah,
Oh boy,
here it is.
Howdy,
it's Danielle.
it's me.
So this is my sister.
That's her.
But there might be a nipple.
No, nothing wrong with some titties on the shirt.
Oh my God.
Like maybe the time I had an interview coming up and you punched me in the throat after I played a whole set.
There you go.
All right. To be fair,
Let's talk about that. You remember at the Minus
Or
the Bear
people get
concert
hurt.
when you pushed that guy through the door
That was,
because he yelled at me.
he exited the side of the venue unwillingly.
Because who makes espresso like this? Like,
I don't know. Fucking he makes it. He left us over here.
She drove wheels off of go-karts, but now let's fast forward to real cars. You drove a wheel
drove-
off a real car.
no,
That-
I didn't.
Fairly
Yes, you
recently.
did.
No, I didn't.
What about?
It went flat. That's not.
No.
It didn't
You
fall
drove
off.
the
Snapped
wheel.
off.
Oh yeah.
drove the wheel-
that did
broke the lower
happen.
control
Hold on.
arm.
I drank like half a bottle of Fireball last night.
I'm out of espresso.
Like half a bottle.
Very serious topic, and I'm glad she got brought up because she'll be brought up more in this episode. Because the bottom line, what was that? Her bell. So
Something on my
it's
phone.
like I'm almost like a punch drunk. All right, I'm getting distracted. Therapy is the way out. It's an answer. If you find a therapist you can trust.
Tools is what therapy is all about. If you have a
Absolutely.
good therapist, especially, it's not about psychoanalyzing and about giving you answers.
You can change your thought patterns, your perspective. You can turn your life around. You can do it. Anyone could do it. You just have to get up, find yourself a great therapist, find a program if that's what you need, turn your life around. You could change it. Life is not hopeless. I promise you that I'm sitting here telling the truth today. I was as hopeless as you could get at many points in my life and was close to what friends of mine have done.
Every time you wake up, it's kind of like the reset button.
That's right.
It gives you every
That's
single
right.
day is another day
Absolutely.
to reset and restart.
Grab a hold of that lifeline. on, Mom. Oh, Jet's in too. Jet,
German
you're not
Shepherd.
in, pal. Lay down.
All right.
All right, well.
What you can't see off camera is my
There's
dog
my wife.
is laying down there. She's an author, which we have brought up before on the show. She writes books.
She does.
Tell us about the author journey.
It's usually fun, punctuated by long intervals of misery and pain.
What?
It was a good book.
How many books did you write since then?
I have 10 published
It's ridiculous.
10 published.
and about 10 others.
I'm gonna put her name here on screen somewhere so you can find her. Actually, I always have
Yes,
it in the,
please.
I always have it in the credits if you're looking for a great book to read or whatever.
Why don't you tell us about your kids there? We had Angela and Danielle on. I mean,
Couldn't have done
Tell
it
us
without you.
about your kids there. Wow, couldn't have done it without you.
That was it. I saw Captain James T. Kirk. T for Tiberius.
Oh,
how about
no.
the Fat Boys, the Beastie Boys? What was the fat guys' names? I used to like them.
The fat guy.
The 2, 3 fat guys.
The 2, 3 fat guys. That's who he's
what
gonna
was
call
the name of
them.
the
2, 3 fat guys.
You know, I can't remember.
Wait, hold up. And today's topic is why is Pops wearing sunglasses? No,
Yeah.
that's not the topic.
Yeah, well, I'll get that out. I mean, I didn't have all kinds of money or a house and a home and a great car, but I did it, and I'm glad I did it. So I don't think it matters. People get too caught up in that, especially if you really love somebody, want to be with them.
First of all, I think the first part is you have to make sure that you're with somebody who would marry you even if you're not financially secure. If you're with somebody who's ready to marry you right now, as is, even if you're broke,
As is.
right? Then
Like a used car.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, you know.
Then you're already on the right track, and at least you know that that's worth working for. Yeah, I mean maybe it's not good to be broke, but let her think that you are broke. Because I mean, of money, that's how a lot of false relationships start. It's how a lot of bullcrap happens.
No question. Come on, Rosemary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
There's Rosemary.
Hello.
Rob's better half.
That's right. That's wonderful, Rosemary.
Rosemary. She teaches
So I
kindergarten.
teach 5 and 6 year olds all
Oh
day.
my.
It's a lot of fun.
That's a handful. And then we'll move on to the standard questions. I have the standard questions.
I was gonna say, what are the standard questions? Are there
Well,
standard
like, you
questions?
know, like,
We have standardized questions. When
I
what's
do.
happening?
I
Do you
kind
have
of
your number 2 pencil?
You love coffee.
I do love coffee.
She loves coffee.
Although I didn't love coffee this much until I met you.
Keeping him in line, that's interesting.
I didn't.
She knows how to keep me in line.
I never really thought about it as keeping you in line.
She's
I mean,
sassy.
Told me that on our first date.
All the
right.
women are sassy
When he
around
introduced
here.
me to his parents. I mentioned it was our first date.
Yeah, go ahead. You can tell that one. if you
First
want.
date.
We were
Oh, no.
driving around in Montclair, which is a town by us. My parents happened to be going for a walk about 2 miles away in the
True.
park. So,
But perhaps you
They
would have
said
said
they were-
something to me before you.
right, I totally agree in hindsight that meeting my parents on the first date, that's a bit much. Rosemary actually does photography.
Great photography.
And we're gonna
Great.
plug some of that.
Seriously.
We're gonna put some of that here on screen. Let me insert it somewhere here on the
Phenomenal.
screen. You gotta like her Facebook page and her
Yes.
Instagram. Check that out. She takes some awesome pictures. Thomas, thank you for the topic.
I didn't catch the last part about the diets. That should be an interesting conversation.
I sent it to you in black
I
and white.
I only read like 3/4, and then later I read it went, oh, the thing about the diets. That's
That wasn't
good.
very long. Did that sound very long to anybody
Well,
out there that you didn't read the whole thing?
I didn't read the whole thing. You guys probably hear him off camera here getting espresso in the middle of
It's
the show.
espresso.
Good old Italian food,
Chitlins?
pasta. No, pasta and
Oxtail.
would you shut the hell up? I don't like that crap at all, even though I've kind of tried it.
You like Chinese food. That's not Asian food, that's Chinese food.
I'll tell you this much. You'll get me to eat Mexican food any day before you get me that Ethiopian place. I'm just saying that.
We love Ethiopian food.
Ah.
Ethiopian food is awesome.
Ah.
If you cut out soda and any,
I don't drink
absolutely
any. Yep.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Then you gotta, cut out the other stuff, which sadly I love. Desserts and cake and, gummy bears, and I have a sweet tooth. Speaking of my haircut, you probably can't tell that I need a haircut because of this fucking stupid black background. Dad's been complaining about it.
Here we go. Get ready to be offended. Here we go.
Listen, cats are selfish animals that walk around and show you their asshole all day. Love dogs. Dogs are the opposite of cats. They would give you their life. Yeah, but cats, I mean, good Chinese food.
Oh, God. Cats are like, I don't know. What the hell are cats? I mean...
Furry Chinese food. Cats and ghosts? Holy shit. Sucking on something for a municipal...
Bafangul. Go ahead.
Oh, ghosts.
Yeah, let's ghosts. Ghosts, baby.
I'd rather have ghosts in my house than cats in my house.
Let's
talk about that.
She had a Chucky doll in the closet of this room that I used to sleep in. She said the doll spoke to her, and I don't think these were dolls that spoke.
Aunt Donis, who's watching this, because she's a patron and she's awesome,
her house.
Her old house,
Woo!
Your old house, is the only place where I've experienced some really screwed up stuff.
Yeah. You're on this seat. This is Joe.
Joe, a.k.a. the Godfather. He's the Irish Godfather.
He's a fucking Irishman. Why don't you tell us if you carried a head first, a feet first, ass first? How's that go?
That's not how that works.
No, it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
How's it go?
No, head first. No, it is. Head first.
Oh, shit.
The Wolf Tones, the fucking...
Tones, the Clancy Brothers,
the
the Tommy Macomb, the High Kings. Who else?
Traditional
he's Irish.
music. Probably thought you were there to knock somebody off after the set.
I should have looking.
They thought there was a hit. Oh, Celtic Thunder.
Celtic Thunder.
Yeah. Don't they tap dance or some shit?
No.
That's not that
No,
band.
they do that fucking shoe dance, right? What is it? What
What's
is
that
it?
band I'm thinking of?
Well, you explain it.
those-
You're fucking Irish.
Oh, that's what is that?
what the fuck are they called?
So,
River Dance.
River Dance. We had the rug in the trunk and remember that?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
And one time I found him on the top of the windowsill. I wondered how he got up there. He climbed up the blind. I said, "Holy Christ!"
He names a cat Whitey. He's fucking black. I wanted to talk about the old historic Route 66. Well, a couple, not just that. I thought of that first. Along this route, there were so many little places. There was a Route 66 motel. There was Sunrise Donuts. There was, I mean, like crazy. I mean, I could go on all night. I mean,
the important question is what car would you take on that trip?
Oh man,
that's Route 66. You don't just get in a Toyota Camry and be like,
wow,
all right.
Wow, right.
You gotta take a real car on that trip.
Yeah, right. It would have to be a Mustang, right?
Well, no, for me it would have to be a Mustang.
I don't know. For me, what the hell would it have to be? Now, in our state, you go, oh, don't mention Route 1 and 9. It's fucking hell. All the way down to Miami, maybe even into the Keys, Route 1 and 9, which was mostly Route 1, US 1, went straight along mostly the coast.
There's a data scientist named Randy Olson who put together what's called the ultimate US road trip.
Really?
Now, my point was just basically that this state is such a pile of shit that I wouldn't mind just driving into the
I thought
ocean.
he was prompting me because fucking city ain't for me.
See how that goes. Oh no, but New York City, yeah, of course.
I'll start off with the big C. You know, I mean, if I could rid
Cake?
Cake. Your sister's ass, cake. The big C is cancer.
But what I'd like to rid the earth of is Hollywood.
See, we can put silly shit in here.
I'm pretty serious about that.
I hear you. You ready? You're gonna love
I have
this.
a lot of pet
He has a
peeves.
real strong pet peeve about people fucking driving with their headlights on.
No, they're high beams.
I'm sorry.
I was
Right.
actually-
High beams. I said headlights.
You took my number 2 because the second thing I'd like to rid the earth of is high beams. I mean, completely out of vehicles.
There you go.
Gone.
So I knew if I drew this up, this would be a good one to give you a good laugh.
First offense should be a $500 ticket, $500 at least. Second offense should be a jail time, at least a month.
Jail time for having your high beams on.
Absolutely.
God, with the Buicks and the old fucking people, fucking Big Pharma they're the biggest piece of shit, devil fucking Satan, whatever word you want to use, out there.
What the hell are you looking at?
I'm looking at Bob Marley on the door, but
Bob Marley's been on the door since...
is that Bob Marley?
Yes, forever.
Have I got the right guy, Matt?
Yeah.
We talked, me and Matt.
Yeah.
You know, after our
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Holy shit, yes.
So
The right guy.
So Matt is gonna love my first and foremost.
You sure he's the right guy?
Yes. This woman was from Florida. I mean, she was right on the cusp of slavery, for sure. That's, how old she was.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah,
Slavery
man.
was 150 years ago.
This woman was on point. And she really, really touched my life. Dr. Scalamaro is in here. Absolutely changed my life. She changed my life around in a whole nother way. Here he goes with the drink. You gotta have a drink now. We're talking about Dr. Scalamaro.
Well, I waited until we were done with the church ladies.
Jackass.
In fact, that was like the only person I had on the list until about 5 minutes ago.
Wow.
Randomly listed.
I'm gonna fly by the seat of my pants.
Like, no names, no nothing.
Fuck that.
He's gonna, I don't know what, he's free balling it.
It's a hot dog and a french fry. What the fuck is wrong with people? I wanted to punch her in the face, high beams. I mean, all kidding aside, yes. People...
Why are you bringing that up?
Now, listen.
You're an offender.
I don't ride with my high beams on all the time. They've got the knife in your back and they're fucking twisting it forever. I want to punch you all in the fucking face. No dedication, talent, piss it out the fucking window. I'm feeling very emotional. Let's use that word about it.
Not very fucking emotional?
No, I'll leave. No. I'll tone the cursing down now.
Don't care which one. You can pick any of these assholes. Just put one of them in front of me and let me punch their fucking teeth out.
Wow. Don't ever have a guy shaking another guy's hand like a dead fucking fish. Something fucking wrong with that.
Phil Collins has been on my need to punch in the face list for long before this question came up. Like, I have to punch him in the face at some point before he's a senior citizen. Because I don't want him to turn to dust. Something you need to talk about?
Yeah, well, you know. You want to start?
No.
No? I have to start.
You always start.
Mafangul.
Plus, I got some thinking to
I
do.
have to start. All right. A Shelby Cobra, an actual, kit car. And see, that's where the hang-up comes with this topic today.
It's not a hang-up at all.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the topic. Shit we don't need, but want.
Okay. I'd like to have every other drum set in the whole world, right?
You still have a bass. You have an equally shitty fucking Yamaha in my room.
With that house in the country, I'd like to own my own mountain and like 1,000 acres of land.
You want to own a mountain?
Yes, 1,000 acres of land and a mountain.
Well, I did say shit you don't need. You want a hot dog truck with the person making the shit.
Yes.
So you want the employee too?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I'm lost. You're talking about watches right now?
Oh, yeah. I want a Parmigiani Ovale.
What? A Parmigiani?
Yeah.
Wow, it sounds like he's going to have some food. It's a watch.
I absolutely need a GT350R in my life.
Needs it.
Need it.
Back to the watches. Bafangul.
And I would want somebody I could hire to, keep all my watches wound.
Listen to this shit. Have another drink.
I'm having a drink.
Yeah, have another one. Well, let me tell you, Scott, right?
No.
Oh.
No, Scout Recon SGT is not a name. It's just
Scout.
his username.
Serve our country proudly. Be an American. That's what I have to say about this topic.
Respect and appreciate the laws and rules of the land,
No
including our fucking Constitution. Shall not be infringed means exactly what it says.
It's as beautiful as any country out there. It's so vast and so big, and it's incredible. And so that too I'm talking
stolen,
about.
but hey, listen, that's part of America.
And I could fucking say this is the greatest country in the world. And I could say, well, that country fucking blows. It's a shithole.
You exercise your First Amendment right, and then people get butthurt and want to retaliate.
Yeah, well.
That's,
fucking A.
That's some crying liberal snowflake shit right there. But, like I said, we'll get back to that topic at a later
we'll get
date.
back to it. Its eyesight is amazing. What could it be, like 20 miles up?
Well, no,
and
not 20 miles.
Or something crazy.
Yeah,
and see a mouse
flying
down there.
over airplanes.
Crazy, man.
And what country do you live in that's better than mine?
Yeah.
Fuck off. Why are you driving a car here if you don't speak English?
Wow.
High beams. Law. National law. If you drive with your high beams on and you're not by yourself on like a country road somewhere, first offense should be a $500 fine. Second offense should be jail time, 30 days at least. Third offense, they take the headlights out of your car and or take your license away. You will have to drive around with a flashlight for the rest of your life, like out the window, trying to see where you're going.
So it's going to be hard not to curse because he's nuts.
What's wrong with either one of those?
We just did the same guy's topics last week. The home of the free, the land of the brave.
Strike that.
All that. This
Reverse
is America, and see, that's the thing. But those that are struggling, there should be help. Real fucking help. If you could fucking give methadone and needles and everything free to an addict, then why the fuck don't you give somebody that has cancer and sick chemotherapy for free? What the fuck's up with that?
That awesome wall that Donald Trump wants to build along the southern border, well, it should start going across to the west and then stop at California and then shoot north and just build that wall around the rest of California. Let's get rid of them.
So for me, you know, if I could just cut that whole fucking area out and dump it out into the fucking sea.
And this is where we are on political opposite ends of the
There you
spectrum. Shooting the shit, a.k.a. chatting with Pops. I made it.
In the 70s, where we just got flooded and inundated by disco. And man, people hated disco. What do you got going on over there?
I'll tell you exactly what I got going on over here. This guy picks the topics like 3 seconds before we go on instead of a week in advance. So I'm looking up the songs that I'm going to use when it's my turn. Tavares.
Tavares. He got it out before me. Tavares. Really, I was just like, oh, country, man. You know, it was like a vampire, you know, a whole other country. I really liked Lady Gaga stuff.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, when I was younger, I used to like Charlotte Church.
Oh, that's right.
Called Love Fool. For some reason, I really liked that. I really liked that song. And then she has another one called Trouble Sleeping, which actually that song I still love. I'm not even ashamed to admit that I love that song. That's great. But she's actually extraordinarily talented. I'm trying to read my list over there. You're making me nervous.
No, I'm looking at your fucking beer.
You want some?
No, I don't want any of your fucking beer.
Oh man, you're gonna have to look that up later.
Yeah.
You'd be, you know, you wanting to marry Maya after that one.
Yeah.
It's called Who Wouldn't Want to Be Me by Keith Urban.
I love Keith Urban. I actually
He
like
is talented. I'll give him that. Are you forgetting the topic here?
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
strange artists that you like.
No, I know. But that triggers in me Madonna. I loved Madonna back in the day.
What?
I loved Madonna.
Where's the connection? Next week's episode.
Matt, you're the man. I like Matt.
Next week's episode is the anniversary.
I gotta call Matt. Gotta talk to him.
Alright, well, that was some of our favorite moments from the last year of shooting the shit, a.k.a. chatting with Pops.
Yeah.
Oh, as a side note, hopefully this episode was the last time that you'll see and hear that intro. Well, we should have a new one for you starting next episode. So, you know, that's been great. Now, I'd say that all that stuff you just saw was worth $1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
$1.
Man, I'm talking about laughs there.
Yeah, I mean, it's that link at the top of the video description. You want to sign up at that Patreon page. You get to suggest topics so you can contribute to the next year's worth of episodes. You get to see the episodes a week early.
No, it's funny. I send these episodes to well, you're sending them to us. But I send these to a lot of folks. Hey, invest $1 a month, is it?
$1.
That's the least. You know, and then there's a lot more than just me and Rob carrying on or talking about topics that you might learn or you might like. You know, he does all kinds of stuff from cigars to coffee to watches to Rob reviews all kinds of stuff and gets into it. So to all my friends who I'll probably send this to, if you guys can afford it or would be so kind, $1 a month.
You like either one of us? $1 a month. $1. But seriously, I'm serious about Patreon too.
Yeah.
But otherwise, seriously, in conclusion, you know, I'm really happy that we've gotten the response that we've received so far with this segment. You know, it was kind of just like a cool little last minute idea and people really are digging it. So, you know, we wouldn't be doing another year of this coming up if not for the fact that you guys seem to really like this and you comment and you're really into it. And I said really into it many times.
Yeah, well, what's funny though is that I really do believe there's way more people watching and not commenting. I gotta believe that. There's a small group that comment, so though I believe there's a lot more people watching than that's commenting.
That's not a theory. The view number tells you there's more people watching than commenting.
Well then come on, comment. That's my point. I know you guys are out there enjoying what we are saying and the topics and what we're doing. comment. You know, we'd like to hear from you. We want to interact with you, even just a comment or literally, you know, sometimes that's all I have to say is, hey, thanks, God bless you, fuck that, whatever. You know, so, you know, definitely start commenting, guys. And don't forget the topics. You want to hear something, if you want to laugh, then give us some crazy shit and we'll
there
try
are
and
some
go
new
for
topics,
it.
by the way.
Oh, cool, great, see?
Yep, so starting next week, hopefully you'll have a new intro and we'll have another topic picked by one of the patrons, which is also why if you're not a patron, you should be a patron. You get to select topics.
That too, see? All my friends, if you guys are a patron,
yeah, I gotta
$1,
tell you, just being blunt, he has told me, so-and-so said they'd like to see us talk about this or that, and I ask, they signed up on Patreon? He goes, no, but, and I say, well, but nothing, we're not doing the topic. So, so just so you know, if you're a friend of his and you suggested something, the reason we haven't done it is because I said no. You know, it's not fair that people are paying and suggesting topics.
He's right.
And then I'm going to skip them.
And yet you had been gracious at least 1 or 2 times where I think maybe we did, or maybe I threw the topic out there. But really, I mean, $1, $12 a year. I actually know that all my friends who I love you guys dearly, you know I do. I'm pretty sure most of them could afford $1 a month. But anyway, so...
Listen, I have friends who are unemployed who are signed up for $1 a month, and happily.
And another thing, I just want to say this: I hope folks that maybe have come and gone, if you're still finding a way to watch us or look, I hope you haven't been offended by something. It's we are who we are. If you know us, you know that. I know I'm not out here trying to offend anybody, but I'm just being real. I'm being who I am, and so's Rob. So either take it at face value and agree to disagree, or, it's sad if you're going to take it personal, because for me, I'm not trying to come out here and push anything on anyone to make you feel bad. I'm just being me. So I just want to say that. I hope that gets in there. If it don't. So anyway, sign up.
I personally don't care.
Well,
it's my right to offend people if I want. Oh, God. And it's your right to comment and, take a step back. Actually, I had a decent argument with somebody recently in one of my episodes. Still don't agree with them at all, but you know what? Hey, we exchanged our ideals, and no big deal.
There's people too, like you said, someone that thrown something out about my ideals or values about God and stuff. Me now, we're different. I'm not going to debate with you. I'm not looking to offend you. I'm not going to dig into things and start fighting and arguing and
standing up for something you believe in. That's not an issue where you have to worry about offending somebody. That's just standing up.
The way that I never went and looked at the comment.
But now we're starting an entire episode.
Yeah, I never looked at the comment, but the way it sounded, I ain't got time to get digging into the history and slavery. And come on.
That was like the way too long version of thanks for watching for a year, and now we're gonna get into the next year.
Well, right.
And,
And I appeal to my friends here, too. So.
I would say me too, but I don't have any friends. I don't know, I'm being dead serious. I have 2.5 friends. And interestingly enough, 2 of the 2.5 friends are both named Nathan. That's interesting. So anyway.
That's true.
Thank you, 2. And otherwise, I don't have any friends, so I don't care if you're watching this or not.
Well, all right. So then you're going to edit everything in.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yep.
Okay, goodbye.
Yep, bye.